Last week, I lost my avionics while flying over Holloman Air Force Base in restricted airspace. In this episode, I make a successful departure from Alamogordo, fly over the awesome Guadalupe Mountains, and land at JAL, the southeastern-most airport in New Mexico.
Okay, I hope that this works this time without failing. I've got more fuses here, but if it keeps failing, I'm going to run out of fuses at some point. So let's take off again. Radio's working, ADS-B's on. There's definitely this fuse right here. And I got a couple extras. I think there were 3 extras. Put one in and turn power on, and radio's on and ADS-B's on.
Blue line runway 16 cleared option, wind is calm, and then after option closed for 16 approved.
Alright, so that was Holloman Air Force Base again.
Site 78 Holloman Tower, hold short, arriving traffic runway 16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alamogordo traffic, Luscombe, 1813 kilo, taking off runway 4, and I'll be doing a straight out departure to the northeast, Alamogordo. Alright, I won't back taxi, this runway is big, it's early and nice and cool. No one's coming in, haven't heard anybody on the radio. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good. On my left tank, that tank's off and full. This tank is on and 3/4 or so, a little more than 3/4. So I've got tons of fuel to get where I want to go. Element Tower, Luscombe 1813 kilo.
Tower 1813 kilo, Element Tower. Say requesting location.
Luscombe 1813 kilo, just a few miles northeast of town. Just wanted to say a quick thank you for letting me fly over, and I blew a fuse and got it fixed. I'm on my way now. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. So one thing I'm going to do a climbing turn here, because I know right here I've got room to turn, and I want to gain a little more altitude. Part of the problem is that the sun's in my eyes and it's a little difficult to see, and I want to just put a little more distance between me and the ground, particularly when I'm not able to see super well. If I could see real well, like out here, with the sun on my back, I might have kept going. But I want a little more distance.
978 runway 34, wind 330 at 3, clear, touch go.
Between me and the terrain, there's back to 122.8. Alright, let's turn around again. Up to 8,300 now. And the pass, I think, is just a bit over 9,000. So I'll keep climbing at best rate of climb here. Yep, so there's the road, but I'm gonna peel away to a much southerly course here, and I'll stay at 9,500 for the foreseeable future here. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good.
My first attempt to leave Alamogordo failed, so let's try it again. First, I'll climb up and over the Sacramento Mountains and the town of Cloudcroft, then fly over Lincoln National Forest before making my way south to the Guadalupe Mountains. From there, I'll head east, flying over just a tiny bit of the Permian Basin oil field and the beautiful Red Bluff Reservoir before landing at JAL, the southeastern-most airport in New Mexico.
That fuel's off, that's full, that one's on, and we got 3/4 there. Radio's working, ADS-B's on, looks like it's working properly. Up at 9,500. What am I flying here? About 140.
Over traffic, hanging number 327, West Lima, 7,000 descending. 9 miles to the west, we'll be entering a right base 22 Clovis traffic.
A little hazy out that way, but I know how that is. I'm looking through a lot of atmosphere, so it looks bad, but as I keep going along, I'll have good visibility as far as I need to see. Now we got a little left crosswind, I think. make a little adjustment. I'm going to be on the line here in a minute, but then the crosswind will probably blow me south of the line as we got an easterly.
Alamogordo traffic, experimental November 272, Bravo Delta, 15 miles north. Planning a midfield overfly for downwind entry, runway 22, Alamogordo.
Don't need the GPS to get to my next waypoint there, Guadalupe Peak, because it's this huge thing there. And that's sort of interesting. Guadalupe Peak is at the southern end of this rising massif. I think might be an appropriate word for it. Little bit of movement there, but barely any. It's 135 degrees. Yeah, it's deceptive, I think. I think one of the things that's not helping is when you're crabbing, you know, you're kind of looking where you want to go, but it's off to the side, and maybe you just instinctively adjust for that and point in that direction. You know, line up the longitudinal axis of the airplane with that thing you want to fly to, but then because you're not crabbing and there's a crosswind, you get blown off. I think that may be it. That may be the dealio. Yeah, so Guadalupe Peak is the second peak from the end, it looks like. The one on the end's pretty rugged. And you can see all the farmland over there, all the, I don't know if they call those crop circles. Maybe a different kind of crop circle. Holy crap. Scared the crap out of me. So what am I, 11 miles now maybe? 93 knots, so we got a good tailwind here. Got a good tailwind. So it might be some bumpy air and downdrafts on the opposite side. So I'll be cognizant of that if I want to loop around and come back over that saddle there. Make sure there's no downdrafts. That would cause a problem for me to get back over. Less than 10 miles, woo!
I don't know about you, but the first thing that enters my mind when I think about Texas isn't mountains. They do, however, have at least a few, although, contrary to all the bragging, they are not bigger. On this leg, I flew past the Guadalupe Mountains, a range overlapping the Texas-New Mexico border. Guadalupe Peak, at just a hair over 8,750 feet high, and with a prominence of just over 3,000 feet, is the tallest peak in Texas, and El Capitan forms the rugged end cap of the range, and it is a pretty awesome rugged rock.
Yeah, we're maintaining 9,000 pretty good. Oh, there's a trail that goes up there. That'd be a real nice hike. Got a few bumps there, light bumps. Yeah, and I got tons of altitude. So, a little bit of downdraft. No problem. Yeah, not bumpy at all. Well, not at all, but not much. Little downdraft there, 400 feet a minute. That's not terrible. So yeah, I'll turn around on the other side, I think, then and fly back around this way, but maybe 500 feet lower.
I continue to think it's bizarre to hear about the fossils of sea creatures being found on dry land well above sea level, but as with other dirt over which I have flown on this trip, such is the case here too, and although quite inhospitable, archaeological evidence shows that humans lived in the area more than 10 millennia in the past.
Yeah, we got a downdraft there, 700 feet a minute, 800 feet a minute, no problem. Got a lot of altitude here, and then the highest spot we'll fly over on the way back will be this peak, and I'll turn around. And once I'm past that, the downdrafts won't be a problem. There's 900 feet a minute down, because I'll be flying with the descending terrain. Yeah, 1,000 feet a minute down right now. Man, man. That is insane. Totally awesome.
The mountains are named after Our Lady of Guadalupe, or Virgin of Guadalupe, which is another name for the Virgin Mary. Various titles are given to a number of appearances of Mary, the Mother of Jesus, and this particular apparition occurred in 1531 in Mexico City. Our Lady of Guadalupe is a core element of Mexican national identity. From what I can surmise, the name Guadalupe comes from the town of Guadalupe in Spain, which is named after the nearby Guadalupe River. The mountains were possibly given their name by the Spanish Diego de Vargas in the late 17th century. Likewise, the Guadalupe River in East Texas was named by the Spanish Alonso de Leon in 1689. Many places in the south and southwestern United States have Spanish names due to the early Spanish settlers and our close history with Mexico, so finding something in Texas with a Spanish name isn't a surprise to me at all.
Almost 2,000 feet a minute down right now. And that's not because I'm pointing down steeply. It's because of downdrafts. You know, I'm pointing down a little bit, but we got, almost 2,000 feet a minute down. Man, I lost a ton of altitude right there. A ton. Almost down to 7,000 feet here. Let's come back up just a little bit so we get a little better shot of this off to the side. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. little tanks and little doodads here and there, some stuff over there, stuff just scattered all over the place for some reason. Vehicle down there, vehicle over there, another vehicle. But I think they're probably, I'm sure 100% of them have to do with the oil business. Oh, there's a fire over there. But probably burning off some methane or something, I don't know. Headed straight toward the plant, this side of that lake. Yeah, so the plant has some smokestacks, but they're, yeah. So this symbol just means up to 1,000 feet. So those are lower than 1,000, not more than 2,000 up, and these look like they're maybe just a few hundred feet high. So yeah. So I see them. Nothing huge. Definitely not anywhere up near where I am, because it's the rock symbol here. Some of those can get up to 2,000 feet, I think. The other Eiffel Tower looking symbol can indicate up to 2,000. 2,000 tall foot tower. So this one's about to go dry, and then we got another 2 hours and 20 minutes on this tank, which is way more than we need. Oh, we got a couple towers here, okay. Those are taller. But, yeah, those are the ones that are shown east of the plant, and those are several hundred feet high. But it's the same symbol, so I know that those are still under 1,000. And yeah, they're tall though. Maybe 500. So you gotta watch out for that stuff if you're buzzing around down low.
The Pecos River starts in New Mexico and flows south into Texas, emptying into the Rio Grande. The Red Bluff Water Control District dammed the river in 1936, creating the Red Bluff Reservoir. The reservoir is at an elevation of 2,842 feet and is the lowest point in New Mexico. It's used for irrigation, power, and recreation.
Oh, we got more flames out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think burning off waste product out of a well. So Jal, I'm still thinking that that's the runway that I'm seeing there. Just a tan spot from in the middle of the green, somewhat green area. I'm gonna overfly town just for fun. And then we'll head over to the airport. The airport's just above a road, it looks like there. Actually, I think the big tan spot that I saw is not the airport, but I think now I do see the airport. Yeah, the highway there just skirts along the north side of the town. Oil pressure's good, oil temp's good. That fuel's off, that one's on, and we got lots of fuel. Let's veer just a little bit toward the south. And ADS-B isn't showing any traffic. And it looks like a rail yard there. And big, maybe grain elevators or something. Nice baseball field. It's either AstroTurf or they're getting water from somewhere.
The booming metropolis of Jal is the southeastern-most city in New Mexico. Its 2,100 residents are involved mostly in natural gas and have also worked in cattle ranching.
$4,600. There's runway 1. And then that one's going to be runway 19 then. And then there's a crossing runway. Haven't heard anybody else in the pattern. And that's runway, 27 and 9. I remember that. Looks like a bunch of solar panels down there, right underneath me. Let's stay up at 4,600 here. And no other planes in the area, according to ADS-B, but I'll keep my eyes out. No, looks like the wind is maybe out of the south. Yeah, so favoring runway 19. No, it's variable though. But yeah, it looks like it's favoring a landing. It's all over the place. Shell traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo. I'm at 4,600 and I'm headed southeast. I'm going to maneuver for a 45 for a left downwind for 19, Shell. Oh, well, that's cool. I just discovered a new feature on my Stratus Insight. If you zoom in enough on the map, over an airport, a little airport diagram pops up. Totally awesome. Okay, there's no other ADS-B there. And let's see. 31, so I need to get down to 41 before I enter the pattern. Clear right. There's the runway. This is going to be a pretty solid location for a teardrop and pattern entry. Yep, really solid, which I don't always do. There's 4,100 feet. JAL traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilos on a 45 for left downwind for 19 JAL. Don't see anybody, haven't heard anybody. Add a little power. JAL traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, left downwind for 19 JAL. JAL traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, left base 19 JAL. And yeah, getting a little slow there. JAL traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, final 19 JAL. Yeah, nobody coming, no one on the radio. And I'm still high, so let's let the plane come down so I don't get too slow, and maybe add a touch of power. Yeah, there we go. We're at idle. We're at 75. Looking good. Or 80. See, I'm still a little high, tiny bit fast, but it's a long runway. There's 70. Yeah, I'm gonna land along, but really had to arrest that first descent, bounced a little bit, but then greased it on after that. I'm real happy with that. Well, mostly happy. Mostly happy. Sweet. And I'll probably take off the same way. It's the direction I want to go. JAL traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilos, clear, runway 19 JAL. If anybody's here. Pilot's lounge and terminal. can't imagine there's too much of a pilot's lounge terminal at this place. Oh, there's a nice little building. Cool. Woohoo!
My interest in landing in JAL was not only because I thought it would be neat to land in the southeastern-most airport in the state, but because my dad landed here with the family when my sister and I were little kids. We were on the way from Torrance to Dallas in a Piper Comanche. My sister says she remembers some very dark, stormy weather just after we landed, and then it rained cats and dogs, so I suspect it wasn't a planned stop. Anyway, apparently I'd been to this airport in August of 1972. I just don't remember it. There was a nice little air-conditioned pilot's lounge with some historic documents under the glass of the coffee table, and I also enjoyed seeing the oil well just off the end of the runway, and also taking a closer look at the landing direction indicator. It wasn't exactly a tetrahedron, and it certainly wasn't a wind T, but it was pretty cool. I didn't hear a peep the entire time I was here, despite a number of hangars. Come back next week when I arrive in Pecos, making my first of many landings in Texas.